Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1 and Text 7. Yani Veda Vidam Shreshtaha Yani Veda Vidam Shreshto Bhagavan Badarayanaha Bhagavan Badarayanaha Anye Cha Munayaha Suta Anye Cha Munayah Suta Paravara Vidaha Viduhu Paravara Vidho Viduhu Yani Veda Vidham Shreshto Bhagavan Badarayanaha Anye Cha Munayah Suta Paravara Vidho Viduhu Yani Veda Vidham Shreshto Bhagavan Badarayanaha Anye Cha Munayah Suta Paravara Vidho Viduhu. You can repeat. Yani Veda Vidham Shreshto Bhagavan Badarayanaha Anye Cha Munayah Suta Paravara Vidho Viduhu. Yani Veda Vidham Shreshto Bhagavan Badarayanaha Anye Cha Munayah Suta Paravara Vidho Viduhu. Word to word meaning. Yani, all that. Veda Vidam, scholars of the Vedas. Shreshtaha, senior most. Bhagavan, incarnation of Godhead. Badarayanaha, Vyasadeva. Anye, others. Cha, and Munayaha, the sages. Suta, O Suta Goswami. Paravara Vidaha, amongst the learned scholars. One who is conversant with physical and metaphysical knowledge. Viduhu, one who knows. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada. Translation: being the eldest learned Vedantist, O Sutta Goswami, you are acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of Godhead, and you also know other sages who are fully versed in all kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. Please repeat. Being the eldest learned Vedantist, O Suta Goswami, you are acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of Godhead, and you also know other sages who are fully versed in all kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. Purport by Sri Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam is a natural commentation on the Brahma Sutra or the Badarayani Vedanta Sutras. It is called natural because Vyasadeva is author of both the Vedanta Sutras and Srimad Bhagavatam are the essence of all Vedic literatures. Besides Vyasadeva, there are other sages who are the authors of 6 different philosophical systems, namely Gautama, Kanada, Kapila, Patanjali, Jaimini, and Ashtavakra. Theism is explained completely in the Vedanta Sutra, whereas in other systems of philosophical speculations, practically no mention is given to the ultimate cause of all causes. One can sit on the Vyasasana only after being conversant in all systems of philosophy, so that one can present fully the theistic views of Bhagavatam in defiance of all the other systems. Srila Suta Goswami was the proper teacher, and therefore the sages at Naimisharanya elevated him to the Vyasasana. Srila Vyasadeva is designated herein as the personality of Godhead because he is the authorized, empowered incarnation. The Sanstha Bhakti Vedanta purport. Om Ajnana Timidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is the chapter from Srimad Bhagavatam titled Questions by the Sages. The context is there is a place called Naimisharanya in India. Even now it is having the same name. It is in Uttar Pradesh. UP is full of these auspicious kshetras. Very soon on 22nd we will be seeing the inauguration of the installation of Ramachandra. By his blessings, very soon we will also have one big tower here, and there also Ramachandra will come. One of the lordships will be their lordships, Sitaram, Lakshmana, Hanuman. So, in the Naimisharanya, a lot of sages assembled, and now they have elected, here it is mentioned, Veda Vidham Shrestha, a very eldest learned Vedantist. Shrestha in Vedanta. Veda means knowledge, Anta means end. End of knowledge is Vedanta. It has just 4 chapters, and every chapter has 4 padas, full of sutras. So that's why this is called Shodasa Pada. 4 chapters into 4 padas, 16 padas, Shodasa Pada. And each pada has a lot of sutra, formulas. So the entire knowledge of the Vedas is codified in the form of sutras and that is called as Vedanta Sutra. And so Suta Goswami is well versed in with this Vedanta, and also he is the leading personality, Shreshtaha. Out of all the Vedantis, he is the Shreshta Vedanti. And so they are saying, "O Suta Goswami, you know about Bhagavan Bhadarayanaha. You know about Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead's incarnation, that is Vyasadeva. Now, who is Vyasa? He is the one who compiled all the Vedic literatures, and he is the one who gave Vedanta. So that's why Suta Goswami, you know Vyasadeva, who is incarnation of Bhagavan, and also Anyecha Munaya Suta. You also know other sages, not only Vyasadeva, but you also know other sages who have compiled various philosophies. Paravara Vido Viduhu. What kind of philosophies they have compiled? All kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. Actually, India is origin of not only para knowledge, that means transcendental knowledge, but it is also apara. Para, avara. Avara means this world's knowledge is also there in the Vedas. So, paravara vido viduhu. That means the sages were expert in physical and metaphysical knowledge. Metaphysical means spiritual, and physical means the physical knowledge, how to build a temple, or how to build an aeroplane, or how to treat a patient. All this knowledge was there in the Vedas and in our Vedic culture. Actually, the university used to be there in Nalanda, in Bihar. Nalanda University, it is called. And that university used to have a lot of these scriptures. Of course, unfortunately, the invaders, when they came, they have stolen many things, but most importantly, they have put the entire university, the whole library, on fire. And it is said that the fire went on for almost a month, burning all the literatures that were there. Anyway, the world has lost a lot of this knowledge, unfortunately. But there are ancient traditions, like you see this Krishna consciousness movement. This belongs to an ancient tradition called Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya. So these traditions, they have continuously protected the para, the spiritual knowledge. And of course, there is physical knowledge is also available in many sections, like Ayurveda. It is also Veda, but it is Ayuhu, about the lifespan, of the living entity. Ayuhu Veda. So Ayurveda we know. Then there is Dhanur Veda. Then there is a the Veda about flying. It is said that the Germans they never invaded India because they got fascinated by this Vedic knowledge. They treated India as a guru, and then they took this knowledge to their country. And it is said that they are the ones who discovered the airplane because they got the ideas from our the ancient traditions. Aeroplanes are not new. In the Vedic literature, if you see in Bhagavatam, you will see in the next few cantos, there are descriptions about airplanes, how they fly, and what basis they fly. So, the physical and metaphysical knowledge is always available. Vedas are not impractical. They are not talking only about the spiritual knowledge, that means after you die, what will happen? No. They are also talking about how to live peacefully when we are here. In this world, we have to live peacefully, happily, and then after this life also, we want a better destination, a more prosperous destination for ourselves, because next life is there. So we want a good life, a better life. So this is the overall solution of the Vedic literature for our lives. So they are saying, Sutta Goswami, you know Vyasadeva, he has compiled this Nyaya, Nyaya Prasthan or Vedanta, and he is the one who gave commentary to Vedanta, and it is known as Srimad Bhagavatam, which we are studying now. Srimad Bhagavatam is the commentary on Vedanta Sutra. So each shloka of Vedanta, this Srimad Bhagavatam, is composed by Vyasadeva, and it is a commentary to those formulas. Vedanta Sutra is a formula, no? Formulas are difficult to understand, so that's why there is a commentary, natural commentary given by Srimad, Vyasadeva himself. And Srimad Bhagavatam has 18,000 shlokas composed in wonderful Sanskrit poetic poetry. Like we have chanted now, like Yani Veda Vidhams Shreshto, like that, is a very, all the verses are sung in just two tunes. This is one tune we understood today. For longer verses, there is one more tune. That's all. Everything can be learnt in Bhagavatam. Sanskrit is like that, very systematic and disciplined. If you pronounce it once, in any context, it is pronounced the same. It will not change. Like I was giving example of how do you pronounce P-U-T, put, and how do you pronounce B-U-T? No, it should be but, no. P-U-T is put, but B-U-T is not but, it is but. So this is called a linguistic discrepancy according to Sanskrit. But anyway, so it's such a nice, and it is all composed by Vyasadeva, who is an incarnation of Narayana. And the Bhagavatam contains 18,000 shlokas. 18,000. How many Bhagavad Gita has? So you can see just 700, and it has 18,000 shlokas. So we can go on reading and understanding. Each shloka can be spoken for next 2-3 classes. So today we will look at this physical and metaphysical, this word, Paravada Vidho Viduhu, and we will also try to understand what is Bhogi, that is today, and the Sankranti tomorrow, and Kanuma day after. What is the meaning of this? Because we need to understand these physical things also. Whatever is happening now, currently, we have to understand. And then in the next class, I will take the same shloka, but I will explain to you the 6 different philosophical systems which exist in India. And these 6 philosophical systems are completely describes all the knowledge, all kinds of knowledge and their variants. Like you see sometimes some many gurus, they come up and then they float some various theories. It appears that they have brought in something very new, but actually they are all originating from these 6. In this, the Nyaya Prasthan is given by Vedanta, the Vedanta Sutra, Vyasadeva. The other ones are Gautama, Kanada, Kapila, Patanjali, Jaimini, and Ashtavakra. We hear about Patanjali, because they have made a brand also, and but actually it's a philosophy, how to do yoga, Patanjali. And so like that, we will see these descriptions in the next class. Okay, so we all celebrated January 1st, right? On 31st night, the millions of people in the world, or maybe billions in the world, they all celebrated that the 31st Eve, the New Year Eve on 31st evening or night. Millions and millions of people, sometimes they come onto the streets looking at the sky, looking at their watch to see the clock comes to 12 o'clock midnight. That means passes the 31st December. So heralding a new year. Now, what is the psychology of the people when why they are coming on to the streets, or they going for various functions and all that? Because their desire is that the new year should bring auspiciousness. New year should bring some new things in my life. It should bring a new opportunities in my life. Everybody hopes in life. That's a normal tendency of a human being. We all live with hope. And even if there is a failure, we hope that failure will become a success very soon. Like that, always will be hopeful. So similarly, everybody is hopeful that this year should bring auspiciousness. Sometimes people look into the sky and they expect that around 12 o'clock there may be some change in the cosmic change, which will bring some change in their lives, a cosmic blessing which will come into their lives. This is the mood of everyone. So we are looking at a cosmic change to bring auspiciousness into our lives. And that cosmic change is going to happen tomorrow. Today it is called Bhogi. I'll come to Bhogi. Tomorrow, that cosmic change is happening. It's not a change in this in our country. It is not just a change in our world, but it is a cosmic change in the entire universe. There is a big change coming up, and that is called Sankranti. What is this Sankranti? Sankraman. The sun, it is moving. According to Vedic cosmology, sun continuously moves. Earth is also rotating, and sun also rotates. It has an axis and it goes on rotating in that axis. And it is said that 6 months the sun is on the southern side and 6 months on the northern side. Tomorrow the sun is entering the northern side, Uttara. That's why this is called Uttarayana. Uttarayana means it is entering into the northern hemisphere in its rotation. After 6 months, it will again go to Dakshinayana, south. It will go to south. So now, what is this north and south? How we experience? Our experience is that it takes 6 months for one ayana. Uttarayana 6 months, Dakshinayana 6 months. But for the devatas who are living in higher planets, it is said that this Uttarayana is the daytime for the demigods, and Dakshinayana is the night time for the devatas. Devatas are also, they sleep. The higher beings, there is also day and night, and they also sleep. So Uttarayana, that means tomorrow onwards, it's a daytime for them. So their sleep, everything is over, now they are very alert. They woke up. So that's why this period is called auspicious. This Uttarayana period is very auspicious actually. So sun god, there is a deity for the sun. Like we used to have a superintending deity for the entire planet. Earthly planet is ruled by one emperor. That was the system in our planet. Now the whole planet got divided into many countries, and each country is headed by one representative, one leader. But as a planet as a whole, the sun planet is predominated by a personality called sun god. Surya Narayan is also an incarnation of Narayana. He is known as Surya Narayana. And there are descriptions in the Shastra how he looks, what kind of a chariot, and how he rotates in the universe. Okay, so tomorrow that is the cosmic change that is happening. The sun is entering into one Rashi called Makara. Makara Rashi. That's why it is called Makara Sankranti. Makara indicates, is a Makara in English Capricorn. It's one of the signs, zodiac sign, Capricorn. The sun enters into this sign. So that's why it is known as Makara Sankranti. So Bhagavad Gita says this Uttarayana is very auspicious. Krishna explains in one of the chapters that one who knows to the Supreme Brahman, and such a person, if he happens to die in this Uttarayana period, either accidentally or by arrangement, whatever it is, if someone dies in this period, it is said that he will have moksha. He will have cessation of this misery. He will be freed from these miseries. This is the boon of just by this cosmic change. So if you are expecting that cosmic change should bring some auspiciousness in my life, that change is coming tomorrow. So the sun god is entering. So that's why tomorrow is a big celebration. One of the ways we can celebrate is visit the temples, Vishnu's temples, and then ensure that you participate in some, the puja or some programs in the temples, and also see if you can do some anadan and go seva. And also it is mentioned that some people they do pitru pinda tarpan. Actually this system of pinda arpana that is there in our country, basically this is our gratitude towards our forefathers. When unfortunately, let us say, any forefather somehow accidentally or whatever reason he gets stuck up in some hellish planets, hellish circumstances in the next life, such people should be helped by the descendants. Now how can we help our forefathers? We don't know where they are. So that's why the Shastra has a system. What is this Pinda Tarpan? Pitru Pinda Tarpanas. Basically, on that day, we make some Pinda. Pinda means nothing but made out of food. Food we will prepare. That Naivedya we will offer it to Vishnu. And we pray to Vishnu, let this benefit be reaching to our forefathers. And then we read 3 generations of forefathers' names. By the way, how many of you know your father's father and his father's father? And his father's father, if you can remember. Huh? Yeah, okay. Generally, we may not be so conscious in our day-to-day life, but they will ask you, 3 generation names we have to give. And then they recite those names and say, let this benefit go to them. Let this prasad reach them. And when the forefathers, even if they are stuck in some hellish planets, by the potency of this Vishnu Prasad, they will be freed from those miserable conditions. They'll get piety, they'll get pious. A dose of piety they'll get, and they'll be liberated from those unfortunate situations. So they do that, and tomorrow some people do Makara Sankranti Day, this Pindatarpan. And so that is about Sankranti. So then Jan 1st, then what is happening? Actually on Jan 1st, there is no cosmic change. It's a regular night change. After day there is a night. After the night there is a day. It's just a night change, that's all. It's not a cosmic change wherein the Surya is changing the course of its journey. Okay, so then what kind of impact I will get on Jan 1st then? We don't know at that time what is the arrangement of the stars, arrangement of the grahas. Based on that, one will get the whatever that impact that could be. Okay, so but tomorrow certainly it will bring auspiciousness in everybody's life, and so it's an occasion for celebration. That's why it is considered New Year in many cultures. Tomorrow is a New Year for many cultures. You know this Bhogi Pallu? There is what do you call in English? A bear. Indian. Okay. Bear. Bear. Indian bear. Bear fruit. Okay. So they say Bhogi Pallu. They eat these fruits, and they prepare preparations with Pongal. They do Pongal tomorrow. Very nice. Pongal you have to put pepper. Then that is in this season, this pepper-based Pongal is very nice. You can make a sweet, put in front of God, and then offer it, and then you can feast on it. This is the festival. So that is about Sankranti. Then today, why it is called Bhogi, and what should the people do? Actually, this entire month is called Dhanurmasa. In South Indian traditions, they understand this. Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Masanam Margasirshosmi. Out of all the months, I am Margasirsha month, he says. Margashirsha means Dhanurmasa. It starts around December 15th and ends on Jan 14th. That is, today is the last day of Dhanurmasa, a very auspicious day. Now this entire month, in all our temples, we recite some special prayers known as Tiruppavai. This is a Tamil word. Tiruppavai means there is one incarnation of Bhudevi known as Goda Devi, Amavar. She is eternal consort of the Supreme Personality. So Goda Devi, she appeared in the family of a great Alvar. Alvars means they are great devotees of Lord Narayan. So there is one Alvar by name Periyalvar. He is the first Alvar, and he is taking care of Lord's garden in one of the temples. This temple is in Srivilliputtur in Tamil Nadu. It is there even now. And then the deity is known as Vatapatra Sai. You know that baby Krishna on a leaf. Vatapatra Sai. That means baby Krishna on a leaf. So that he is worshipping that Lord, and also there is a Ranganatha deity. Srirangam, any of you gone to Srirangam? Okay, there is a Ranganatha deity. The Lord is in a reclining form. So every day he used to collect flowers and then he used to make a garland and then offer to Krishna. That is his duty every day. So one day when he is collecting the flowers, suddenly he heard some baby crying. Then he started searching the ground, whole garden, and finally he saw one brightly shining baby lying at the feet of a tulsi. And the tulsi plant is, like this tulsi is there. So he saw one brightly shining baby, a self-manifested, just appeared baby. So he takes her as a blessing of the Lord and then names her as Kodai. That means a garland. That's the name in Tamil, garland. And then gradually that name became Godha. Godha Krishna. We say no, Godha Krishna. Godha Ranganadha, like that. So then, because Periyalvar is always glorifying Krishna, Ranganadha, he used to sing a lot of songs. As a baby girl, she also started learning all these prayers and songs. And gradually, as she grew up, she also developed a great devotion towards the Lord. And then when she came to marriageable age, that time in one of the dreams she sees that she is marrying Krishna directly. And then she becomes very happy, engladed by the thought, and she communicates to the father that if I want to marry, I marry only Krishna. And then wherever she used to see only the black person, the Krishna, Nalanaya, the Supreme Lord Shyamasundara. She used to observe wherever she is, so like that she develops a great love for the Supreme Lord. And one day she gets a doubt whether am I a suitable match for Krishna. So then, she takes the garland which is kept for offering to the deity. He takes the garland and she wears herself and goes and sees in a reflection in a water body. Those days, these mirrors and all are there. She used to go and see, and in the water she saw herself wearing that garland, and she feels very nice. Yes, looks like I am a suitable match for Krishna. Like that. And then every day she used to wear like that and keep it there. And Periyalvar used to come. His name is Vishnu Chitta. He used to come and take the garland and decorate Krishna. He used to put it on Krishna. Actually, according to the Sampradaya, before we should not offer, whatever our offering is, garland, we should not wear first. First it should be given to God. When we cook also, first it should be given to God. That's why in our temples, whenever we are cooking any Naivedya, none of the cooks will eat. In the kitchen, nobody should eat the food. Finally, we should cook and prepare. Then after offering, then only we can eat. Then only they'll come to know actually it's good or not. Generally, why we taste? Because we want to see whether it is good or bad. But actually, before offering to the deity, we should never taste. So anyway, one day she is wearing and then she is very happy and then she is about to keep the garland. That's the time Vishnu Chitta sees her wearing the garland. And then he becomes very sorry. He feels that I have committed offenses to my Lord. What is this childish, she is so naive that she doesn't know all these things. And then on that day he makes one more garland and gives that fresh garland to Krishna. And then he is in a great anxiety and then he takes rest. That time in the dream, Lord appears. Vatapatta Sai appears and says, today garland is not good. I want a garland which is worn by Goda first. And so you give me that garland only, he tells, and then he disappears. Then Vishnu Chitta becomes very surprised. And then he tells this to Goda Devi, and she becomes very happy. And so that actually even today, that is the custom in that temple. First it is offered to Goda and then to Krishna. And so she starts insisting that I want to marry only the Lord. And so Vishnu Chitta, he is thinking what to do about this. And again, Lord Ranganatha of Srirangam temple, he appears in the dream and he says he wants to marry Godha, and he says, you bring Godha to Srirangam temple. So from Srivilliputturu to Srirangam, actually even today also there is a big festival where they take Godha to Ranganatha temple. So she is decorated nicely, and then the whole village goes in a celebration and reaches Ranganatha temple. And when she enters the Ranganatha the temple, inside the Garbhagruha, she suddenly disappears. And there is a Akashvani saying that she is actually incarnation of goddess Bhumata. She is actually, Lord has two consorts, Sri Devi and Bhudevi. Sri Devi means Lakshmi Devi, and then Bhudevi is she is the superintending deity for the Bhumi, for the earth. So that is the story of. So that marriage, she got united with the Lord on this day. That is called Bhogi. Today Bhogi means Godha Krishna's marriage day. This is the Bhogi day. So actually 10:30, 11 in our golden temple we will have one Kalyana of Godha Krishna today. So that is the Bhogi festival. And so the point is that each and every festival is connected to God. Festival means festival in relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called festival. The festivities should be auspicious. They should bring happiness and joy in everybody's life. Festival means it should take us one step forward in our Atma Sakshatkara, in our self-realization. It should take us one step in our bhakti. It should advance us in our knowledge of Paravara Vidho Viduhu, that knowledge of Paravara Vidha. We should advance in knowledge. These are the festivals. Festivals are not supposed to be increasing our tamasic habits. Darkness, it should not increase our darkness. For example, I'm sorry to say, but I have to quote this. Say, on the Jan 1st Eve, Telangana has recorded highest sales of liquor in the entire country. That means what? The festival has brought even more darkness into the lives. And on Jan 1st, what will be the activity? They would have slept till afternoon because of the dose. and so, New Year beginning with a big dose of ignorance. Can you believe? This is not the festival. Festival means, get up early, chant Krishna's name, come to a temple, practice nicely, chant and dance, eat nice some prasad. See, such a nice, exhilarating experience. It is a festival of light. So that is the mood of all festivals. They should enhance our progress in life. They should not be ways to degrade a person. So, but unfortunately, that's the thing. And of course, there are more statistics of what happened on that day, but I will not tell you because it's a Bhagavatam class. There are many more things are there. So, so the festival should have a connection with the Lord, and we should seek that connection. How Bhogi is celebrated by performing marriage of the Lord, Godha and Krishna, by visiting the temples, by chanting holy names of the Lord. So these are the ways. And then they make this Bhogi fire. You know that? They keep the wooden sticks and then make a Bhogi fire. Bonfire. And then they used to sit around the fire, and then they used to chant the names of God. And then also they offer cow dung based cow dung cakes into the Bhogi to keep the fire alive. It's like a sacrifice. Like how we do Homa, it's like a Homa with cow dung cakes put into it. And then while chanting the mantras, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. See, for us, the fortune is that we may not know many mantras, but at least we know one mantra. That itself is enough. God's name is very all-powerful, all-potent. So we can just chant God's names and then put those cow dung cakes, because the season is also very cold. So it all falls into place. It's a nice, interesting festival like that. Throughout the day, people will go put the cakes there and then chant, these mantras, do some pradakshina. This is what the meaning of this Bhogi. But then what gradually became is in this Bhogi fire, people started putting all the old clothes, all the tires which are left in the house, and many other old items into Bhogi. No, that's not the... Those things you can sell it off as waste items. That's a scrap material, you can sell it off. This fire is meant for advancing in our Krishna consciousness. So actually by next year, I think this year we initially thought, but we could not. By next year we will have a grand Sankranti Sambralu, and you will all have a lot of festivities here. You can go on a bullock ride, and then you will have some games and kite festival here also. Children can fly kites, but these kites they'll be Krishna, Balaram, and all those names will be right. So when people see, they'll say, oh, Krishna is going up, Balaram is competition, like that. So everywhere, how to bring remembrance of God, that is festival. See, somehow some remembrance of God should be there. This is the whole system of our culture and festivals. How Krishna can be remembered, how Narayana can be remembered. This is the festival. Then tomorrow is Sankranti. I already told it's connected to Surya Narayana. He is entering into northern hemisphere, Uttarayana. Then day after, it's called Kanuma. Actually, according to some narration, Kanuma is the day on which Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan. This, according to some cultures, this is the story. Of course, in our Sampradaya, we celebrate this festival differently. But some cultures, they consider that tomorrow is the Govardhan. So with the cow dung, they make a kind of a Govardhan kind of a thing, and then they do some rituals. So this is the connection to God. Every festival will have a connection. So intelligent person should investigate that connection. And then we should remember that connection, that festivity, and then try to become part of it. This is life. We should not be stuck with only rituals, because rituals will gradually degrade. Either Bhogi fire or Sankranti. Sankranti, there used to be a lot of games. Sankranti, Sambaralu, lot of games will be there. But now it all became cockfights. It's a cockfight with a gambling scheme. They bet on the cocks, and then crores of rupees are involved in this. Actually, you're creating tension for yourself. On a Sankranti, you're supposed to enjoy, happily be happy, but we are creating tension for ourselves. Sorry, I have put so much money. Without money, that's okay. At least little fighting here and there, that's nice. You can enjoy. But if you put money, no, there is a tension. It becomes gambling. So that's why we wanted to celebrate and show you how Sankranti can be so exciting. So you have to wait for one more year, and then we will have the celebrations. So these are the three festivities. It's a very big festivals. Bhogi, Sankranti, and Kanuma. Some people do even Mukkanuma. One more day they add. Third, fourth day they add. And but basically to enhance. Now these are the days the Matajis in the houses, they make nice interesting sweets. Like in our childhood, I remember my mother used to do that. What is it? Nubul laddulu, అరిసెలు, దెన్ మినపప్పుతో చేస్తారు అదేంటిది సున్నుండలు, సున్నుండ, basically various interesting sweets and gajjikayalu, they say, there are gajjikayalu, all those things. So very interesting preparations they all, and then little bit we used to put as naivedya to God. 5 minutes you keep and then take it out. Then the whole prasadam they used to distribute to each other. The temples, the houses, they used to come together. They share the sweets. They exchange greetings. It's a new year, and then we used to go to other houses also. Like that it used to be. Nowadays I know everybody is busy, but still we should try to celebrate. Tomorrow, if possible, you can make some special items, offer to Krishna, and then distribute to at least 9 people. Little, you need not have to give kgs. little you can distribute to at least 9 people. If you have capacity 18, multiples of 9, you can distribute some prasadam, and you will see how they will respond. They will be very happy. Oh, I got today some God's grace. Some prasadam I received. Okay, so distribute joy, distribute prasad, distribute the holy name. This is our festival. Thank you. Any questions? Uttarayana after 6 months, generally in June, July. And there is a day. There is a particular day on which he goes out of the northern hemisphere and he starts entering the south. So that is according to Panchanga we have to see, and then we'll come to know when is that day. Generally, all temple installations, they happen in Uttarayana. Like Ayodhya is happening now on 22nd. Generally, they don't do in Dakshinayana, but it is not forbidden. But Uttarayana is the best period. Basically, after offering to the Lord, they will be poured on the head as a auspicious symptom. And also, eating those fruits is very healthy. And particularly this til laddu, very, very healthy. In fact, it is said that Sankranti day, you have to eat this til-based preparation. If you, in the early morning, you eat this til laddu and spend some time under the sun, because sun is now is a very different sun, is entering into north. That sunlight is very auspicious, and particularly it is said that, but I don't know whether research is being done or not. Shastra, it is said that you get enough, we call B12, no? Enough B12 you will get for the entire year. if you just spend too much. That's why there is a kite festival. You spend the whole day under the sun. You take the sun, lot of sun. Okay, so if some of you are into IT or whatever, don't spend too much time in the indoors tomorrow. At least you come out into, under the sun, move around. If required, you can play some kites also. Actually, it will be very pleasant because it's like a winter. This thing, no. Even afternoons also will be very pleasant. So afternoon time you can do, and then you have some nice sunlight. Expose yourself like that, and then give your kite a name, Krishna. I will say Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Like that we will go on flying. Okay, so mold our lives center around God. Then we are peaceful and we are happy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Tirupavahe. Now, actually, Goda Devi, she came to know in order to get Krishna as husband. She came to know that the gopis long ago they have performed one special vrata. So she decides to do that vrata for a month. So every day she used to get up in the morning, early morning, and she used to go to that Vatapatra Shai Krishna temple along with her girlfriends. And they all she used to wake them up. They get up, and then they all used to go to the Krishna temple. And while going to the temple, she used to compose one kind of a song called Shloka. That's called Pasuram. So for entire 1 month she has composed. So that's called 30 Pasurams. In the 30 Pasurams of Goda Devi, 14 Pasurams say Uttaman Per Padi. She is saying Per means name, Padi means sing. Sing the name of God. Uttaman means Uttama. Krishna is the Purushottama. In 15th chapter, Bhagavad Gita declares Krishna is known as Purushottama. So she is saying Uttaman Per Padi. Per Padi. And Telugu kuda antadu Per Padandi anesi. Per Padadam. So Per Padi means sing the holy names of God. Actually, Goda, she has given this system of chanting Hare Krishna or names of Almighty Lord long ago, even before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in the Kali Yuga, that is the system. One has to chant Krishna's names if at all we want any auspiciousness in our life. Later on, of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared and then he clearly defined what is the dharma for this age, that is to chant which specific mantra, that is Hare Krishna, and then how to do the whole various systems he has given. So that's how we are today, we are able to chant and participate in this Per Padi, that is to recite the names. Okay, so this 30 Pasurams, in that 14 are talking about Sankirtan, Harinam Sankirtan. Okay, so we'll.
Now, Prabhuji, I have a question. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that who because for these prana, the body, then you will not come away. Is it applicable for every soul?
Actually, anybody who passes in this Uttarayana, he will have auspicious destinations. But if somebody knows, say, Brahmajyoti, he will reach Brahmajyoti. But otherwise also, he will get auspicious destination. Yeah, that means he will get elevated to Sargaloka and other planets like that. So, just by passing away in this next 6 months, one will attain bright destination. But it depends. The shloka says that in the fiery day, that means when the light is present, and in the presence of a fire, or in the waxing moon, that means towards Purnima, or in Uttarayana, if somebody passes, they will attain higher status of life. Okay. Pious souls, they come to know that they are going to leave. So that's very nice. 16th means it must be Kanuma. Yeah. Ah.
and go in that time
Live. Yeah. Yes. Hare Krishna.